Hey everybody, happy Monday. So today's book that we are going to read for this week is Edward the Emu. So we are going to start a Rooted in Reading where every week we have one or two books that go along with each other, and we are going to do different activities during our reading time all week long with them. So this is one of my absolute favorites. It's so funny. So an emu is kind of like a cousin of an ostrich. And this book is going to be all about what kind of shenanigans Edward the Emu gets into when he is at the zoo. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that live right next door, well, being an emu was quite frankly a bore. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are the best, anybody can tell. So tomorrow, I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning, at 9, when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he bounced a ball on his beak just for fun. So what do you guys think that seal's thinking right now? He's probably like, who in the world is this crazy bird? Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." So if someone just said that the lions are the best thing to see at the zoo, what do you think Edward's going to do? Think he's going to stay with the seals? So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." Look at the seal's face. The next morning, at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring and Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. So can you imagine what Edward sounded like trying to roar like a lion? When Edward was having a wonderful day, till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "The lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the thing that I like to see best." So what do you think Edward's going to do now? So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things, and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." Oops. Look at the lion. It's a silly little emu. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing, and Edward was too. He slipped around the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up around a tree. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that is true, but the emus by far are the best thing at the zoo." "The emu?" gasped Edward. "My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that the gentlemen most like to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the emu that he likes to see best." So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, and it's easy then, tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with an emu they'd brought to take Edward's place. The emus considered each other for a while. Then the new emu said with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." All right, guys. So with this story, I want you guys to make a prediction. So there's a little flat book activity that you have to do in your notebooks for tomorrow. And you have to think about what do you think is going to happen in the sequel to the story, Edwina the Emu. And we're going to read Edwina the Emu tomorrow. And we're going to have to see if our predictions are correct or not. Because remember, with predictions, it's always what you think is going to happen. And it doesn't always have to be right. So we'll have to wait and see.